Well, good morning, everybody. It's Larry Steinhaus, and I am the Crazy Options Trader. All right, so you guys wanted to see what happens when you put yourself out there and tell somebody you're going to turn $100,000 into $1 million. Well, you know what happens? You get really nervous and really scared and make really stupid decisions. All right, I didn't make all stupid decisions. I got to admit, they're really not that bad. But I just want to show you where I am, and I'm not doing too well, as some of you have already asked me. You can see clearly that I'm actually down a little bit for the month. My goal was to be at 22,500 up this month by the end of the month. Look, I realize the month's not over, so I'm struggling to do that. However, here we go. A couple of things going on. One is it's earnings season. Earnings season is great time to make money in stock options. In fact, it's the greatest time to make money in stock options. All right, I'm done with puts for now because puts are definitely not the place to be. In fact, it didn't even work. You know, I've always said that I do much better in calls than I do in puts. And clearly, here it is. It's exactly what it is. I absolutely have to start thinking that my puts ideas, I need to do this. And just flush them down the toilet because they're bad moves. Bad moves. So I want to start making some calls. I want to show you what's going on the board. And then we'll talk about Bank of America while I'm up there as well, because here is what happened. All right. So first of all, Facebook. Whenever earnings season is here, Facebook goes crazy. So if we can get back to 125, it's up a little bit higher than that. It's around 125 something, 126 even, I think it's opening. If we get back there, you just buy. Buy as many as you can. Facebook just changed their earnings date to February 1st, which is unusual. In this case, I'm not taking it as a bad sign. Sometimes when a company changes their earnings date, I take it as a really bad sign because they want to delay it, but Facebook typically isn't going to be a bad thing. Apple, same thing. Apple's at 120 right now. Really, honestly, if I can get anywhere in here, 117, 116, 118, I might make an earnings play back to 120. The earnings is 124, so it's coming up. So again, it's a good earnings play. Netflix is at 130 right now. I really don't think Netflix is going to do what it did last time. If you remember, I made a whole lot of money on Netflix last time. But I really don't think it's going to happen this time. But if we can get below 127, we can ride it up to 130 before earnings. And again, we got just about a week for the earnings on Netflix. Chesapeake, I'm sitting there going, and you can see I wrote on BAC, miss please. Okay, so here's what's going on with BAC. BAC, I'm done. I can't do anything with this anymore. In fact, I may hold on, and here's the decision, and I may even think it out with you right now, because what happens with bad stuff, when you make a mistake, you got to think it out. So let's talk about BAC for a minute, and what happens with BAC. So Bank of America declared earnings this morning. Their earnings per share was higher, but their revenue was lower. Whatever. So what happens, and if you remember the other day, I showed you on the board, if it just makes earnings, or if it just kind of beats earnings by just a little bit, the stock still goes down. Well, the stock's up 3 cents pre-market, which means really nothing. It could go either way. So it may be a play to just see where it goes today. Maybe I can get a couple of bucks back, but I'm not expecting to. I'm already down so much on that stock that it doesn't really matter. I may just pull it out and start again, start fresh, and start looking at calls. So that's what happened with this. It's bad. It's not good. I've got to get back moving. I've got to start making some better choices. I got to stay away from puts. Now, as you're listening to this, I'm going to advertise my webinar for next week. The reality, and I want to just let you guys know, I looked at my stuff last year and what I did. So I just want you to know that in January and February last year, I was also down, and I still finished the year with over $255,000. So do I make mistakes? Of course I make mistakes. You know, and then you also saw that when I didn't follow my rules is when I make my biggest mistakes. But little stuff like this, the BAC call, it is what it is. A BAC put, you tried it, didn't work. That's okay. That's going to happen. But as long as you're following the rules, for the most part, you're going to win in your trades. So I want to tell you about a webinar. If you go to crazyoptionstrader.live, crazyoptionstrader.live, say hello to Lily. Lily, say hello. No, she's not going to say hello. Anyway, if you go there, you can sign up for the new webinar. Say hello to everybody. Here you go. Say hello. Oh, you know, it's okay. And you can sign up for the webinar, which is this Wednesday at 7 o'clock. I'm going to teach you guys a little bit more about stock options. It's free. Sign up. If you don't like it, don't worry about it. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. So enjoy it. If you also have not already downloaded the free ebook, go to crazyoptionstrader.com. Download the ebook. The ebook will tell you a lot about calls and puts and how this actually works. And you'll be able to see what we're doing and what I'm talking about while I'm on these videos. So that's pretty much it for today. We'll see what happens with Bank of America. I'll get back to you next week with what happens. And have a awesome, profitable day.